Hello friends, welcome to Tech Studio. Today we are going to learn parameterized datasets in Azure Data Factory. Agenda for this video is parameterization and the benefits for this. Parameterization in datasets. Let's move to Azure portal. Here we have a data factory. Just go to data factory. I have already opened it. Now I am going to create new pipeline for this. Here are the pipeline options. We can select new pipeline. Let me rename this pipeline. Let's copy dataset. Let's make it copy data from DB. Now we can take copy data activity. Here we have a source and sink. For source, first we need to create some data sets. Just go to data set. Let's create new data set. We can search here SQL database. Let's rename it. Input database, as we are taking data from database. Now for new data set we need to create link service. Let's create new link service. Put some meaningful name. Select the Azure subscriptions. I have free trial. The server name I have already created. If you don't have server and database, you can watch my previous video how we can create the database. Go to my channel and watch server and database creation video. Now I have put some credentials. Here we don't have any parameters for link service. Let's hit create button. Link service created. Now move to dataset. Here we have link service, and now for table name I am selecting the employee table. Just hit the OK button. Our data set for input source is created. Now I am going to create new data set for the sink for target. This time I will select the Azure Blob Storage, as we are going to copy file into CSV. Let's select delimited text. Again the data set name. Let's make its output CSV. Link service. I am going to create new link service for this. Let's again take some meaningful name. Linked output CSV. Free trial subscriptions. Storage account name, take storage. Now hit the create button. We can test the connection here. So link service is created. Now move to dataset. Select the file in container. Container selected. Now select particular file. We have 3 files here. So for now I am going to select any file, because we are going to create new file. Let's put some name here. Let's make it employee details, or just keep it employee. Just hit OK button. Schema import failed. Some error we have. Let's select any file for now. Let me check. Let me see the error in details. So here we can see the errors here. It's not taking particular path and file details. Let's move, because the employee CSV file is not here, that's why we are getting error and not taking correct path. Let's create it freshly. Choose a container. We don't have any folder in container, and just hit OK. It's created now. Here we can see link service and datasets. Now move to our pipeline. Let's copy data from DB. This is our newly created pipeline, and we have copy data. Before performing the activity, let's go to storage. First, let's go to the database, and let's see we have data in the employee table, from which we are going to import the data into CSV file. Let's log in. Put your credentials. Here we have a query editor window. Search for that table. Select star from employee. Here we have a data, that is source data. Let's create some other table, employee table. Just check we have data or not. We are going to use this in our next copy activity, that's why I am checking. Now go to take storage, containers, demo container. Here we can see we don't have any file, employee.csv file here. Now move to Azure Data Factory. In source, we are going to select it in input database what we created newly. We can preview the data what we have already seen in the Azure SQL editor. We have data in DBI employee. Now move to sync. Select the output data sets, output.csv. The file extension, we can make change as .csv because we are going to create file as CSV. The file here we have option for dynamic. We are not going to create this time dynamic. We will create in next run. For now, just check the test connection. It's successfully validated. Just let's validate our pipeline. No error. Let's debug. Our pipeline is executing now. Let's refresh from here, and we can, yeah, it's completely succeeded. Let's refresh the storage count. What we see, the file name is created as employee, not employee CSV. Okay, now what happened? We can go back to Azure Data Factory and check why it is not created at employee CSV first. Let's cancel this notification. The copy data activity and in output datasets. So last time we have just put it employee. This time let me correct it, employee.csv. Now debug the job. It's running. Let's refresh it. It's completed. Now move to storage account. Here we can see the file name is now employee.csv. We can check the data in the CSV file. Hit it button, and we have data in the CSV file. This was our first run without parameterization. Now we will move for the parameterization, and this time we will get data from employee details table and move into the employee details CSV file. But this time we will not configure all this as we last did. For this time we will just create new parameter. For input dataset, just create parameters as table name, default value name. You can put some default value, but this time let it be without default value name. And connection, we will configure the table name as parameter what we created. You can see the dataset table name. This was input dataset. Now move to output CSV. Go to parameters, go to connects, create new parameter. Put some name here for parameter, as we have a file name, so we can put file name. Now connections, this time we are going to make it dynamic. Select the parameter dataset.file name. We can see the expression upside. Now move to copy data from database. So now when we run, this time it will ask for the parameter. So no value provided for parameter table name and file name. Okay, let's select the copy data. Here we can see we have option to put file name here. We need to put file name here what we want for employee details table. Employee details. Now go to sync. Put file name here, the employee details CSV. Now we are done. We can select copy data or pipeline and just hit the debug button. The pipeline one, our new pipeline is executing now. Just refresh the output and we can see it's succeeded. Just refresh the storage button now. The new file should be created now as employee details. Yes, here it is, the employee details. Now what we can see, we can change the file name. Sometimes we want as the file name should be some dynamic, like the date and the particular nomenclature. So let's go to parameter and make it as dynamic more. For file name, use concat for a string function. String we have given now use for what we want in the file name. Concat employee details, we can put here employee details, and then we can use UTC now. This is for get date expression. You can see here in the expression window, and in the last we must need to put the CSV extension. So this way, this is our new dynamic file parameter created. Now hit the debug button. So our pipeline is fully parameterized now. Let's refresh it. If we move to container, and we can see the file name, new file name should be with the date. Here. So this way we can parameterize our dataset, the file name. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this, please comment and subscribe my channel.